What's up, everyone? In today's video, I will show how I beat the 56th best player in the world, and I got to fight Magnus. Let's take a look at a few games. So, for context, I played in a 960 Blitz tournament. If you don't know what 960 is, basically it's regular chess, except the pieces on the back rank are arranged differently. You can see that the pieces aren't arranged the way they normally are. So so no one knows the opening theory here. So you're going to see a lot of mistakes in the opening. So starting off, this is the game against the 56th best player in the world. I will I will show you just for anyone questions, and there we go. World ranking 56th. So let's have a look. So I'm just I'm just playing whatever I think is good. I'm doing the double fianchetto. We both get the queens out so we can castle short, since the kings will be safer there. I take the center with e4. He copies, knight h4. My idea is to play f4 to open up this bishop, open up this rook. F4 takes, and I could have taken with the rook, but I want to take with the queen so it could go to f2. Um, okay, I'll respond to that later. And now let's see. So I find a nice tactic to win a pawn here. Queen takes, rook takes, and then knight f3. He has to move the rook back. I should note rook h5, I play g4. And the rook is very misplaced, and I win the pawn anyway. If he moved to e7, which is best, takes, he plays d5. I played e5. I didn't really want to open up this bishop, so I played e5. A6, now I retreat, I defend, and here I realized I was going to lose the pawn anyway, so I decided to activate my bishop. This is the only good move, and I find this nice idea of bishop c8, which wins a6. You can either play a5 and give me an advanced a pawn, or let me take a6 and have a pass pawn here. He plays a5 to double my pawns and kick my knight. So, look, I really wasn't sure if I should go for a draw or not, but I told myself, Ethan, if you draw this position, you're going to lose equal positions. So I played for the win. Rook takes f7 is a mistake. After I played it, I saw the move 98. I was really surprised that he didn't play that, actually. And I have to play bishop g4. I wonder if he saw this and didn't like it, or didn't see it at all. But I don't know if I would have played bishop g4 here. Probably not, since I have 32 seconds left. So a6, there's no 98 stuff, and then rook takes c2 is what I was worried about. But now I take f7, 98, and then bishop e6. The rook isn't on e2 anymore, so I can play that. If as a refresher here, this would just drop the bishop. So rook takes f7. He plays d4, and I was feeling super relieved here. I play rook c7 and a4. I don't want his rook to stop my pawn from a2. So a7, I just block the bishop. Now I make a queen, and okay, he times out here, but that's the same as I am. So let's look at this clutch game I had against another GM. I was My nerves were through the roof for the first two games. The b3 again. Yeah, I wasn't watching much perspective. That's how I play. So I could have played bishop d5 here, but I didn't see it. And now I find bishop d5. Takes, knight f7. I should have played d5 here, but I didn't see it. I was I I was a bit worried that I'd make a mistake here. He has more space, but I'm better developed. So g6 was not great. I didn't want to play 97 because I was worried about 94. But let's see, I could have played knight f5 and I'm keeping the balance. He didn't play king f1, which is not at all obvious. He did. So the idea of king f1 here is that f5 there's bishop d4, but after bishop f2 f5 his bishop is on a less active square. So I put my bishop on f6, which is correct. Now I didn't want to play e5 because I was worried that I'm just letting this pawn stay here for no reason, but I should have played e5. Uh, Now this actually just loses the exchange. I could have moved the other knight, but wait, actually, let's see why. Okay, it transposes, it transposes. Okay. Basically, if he moves this knight, I play knight d2 and win the queen. So he has to take the knight. Um, and okay, I was expecting rook takes e4. I was a bit surprised why I played knight g5. So knight g5, I play e3, queen b2, queen c6, queen c3, e2, king f2, and I really couldn't find a way forward. So apparently I play I don't move my queen at all. And the queen on g1 does a better job. With the rook on d8 is better than the rook on c6. Okay, that's what I was gonna say. Queen g1 here, there's queen e5 actually. And his queen and knight are coordinating really well against my king. I put b5, queen d3, queen e7, rook d6. He lets me exchange queens and I win a2 with rook a6. Apparently h6. These are just time pressure mistakes. King and okay, I missed this rook a4, king d5 idea. The idea is that he moves the knight back. I win the pawn on c5, but I played a5, which is less good. Now rook and rook versus knight is an easy draw when you have time to think, but he doesn't have time to think. So let's see it. I didn't find the best winning method. Oop, apparently this wins, but I don't know how easy this is to win with seconds left. Maybe he'd blunder and make it easier, but this is difficult. So I make some mistakes here too, as you can see. Now I was worried. I was thinking, okay, this is going to be a draw. He can hold this, but and no, there's something called the 50 move rule, which is if there are 50 moves without a capture or a pawn move, the game is a draw. So there are no pawns. So if I don't capture his knight in 50 moves, it's a draw. Now, I think you have to keep the king and knight close. I was expecting knight d, but he played knight d6. I played king c6, and now I played rook a1. Rook okay, and now this is easily winning. If he goes king a8, king c7, and if knight a7, rook b, it's actually just checkmate in one. But if he plays king a7, I played king c7, and he tried offering me a draw. I was like, dude, I'm not taking that. But anyway, yeah, this is losing because he has to stop rook a1 mate, and any other move, I just take the knight. So let's look at the game against the player in who got third place in the tournament. This he's also very strong, a very young prodigy, 18. So let's see what rank he is in the world. 85. So I beat two people in the top 100. Not bad for one day. So I'm white now. E4, E5, knight of 3, knight of 6. I tried B3, which is a bit dubious, but it's not 60. Oh, there are gonna be mistakes in the opening. So now I castle. See, I thought I was a bit better here, because I his pawns are a bit weak, but the engine says it's fine. For black. Now I definitely like my position. I should have played rook be1 here. They just I'm threatening both knight c6 and knight g6. Doesn't have a good way to stop both. like okay, queen e6 is knight g6. Okay, yeah, the knight blocks the queen from capturing it. But I didn't see any of that, and I played knight c6. So queen e4. Now I have to take the rook. Knight a6. And now I have this fork with knight d2. And I think he saw knight d2 winning the bishop, but he thought the counterplay against my king would be enough. And here I told myself, I was trying to convince myself to take a draw, but then I told myself, you're probably going to get play on it then. And that's what I did. Turns out this is a draw, which I think we both thought I was winning here, but I didn't even consider it d8 here. He takes with the knight now, and I do not find the best move. Knight f3 is correct. Now, okay, queen d3 attacking the rook is the only move. And okay, I might win with perfect play, but it's complicated. I take c5 though. And queen f1, I have to stop the queen from attacking both pieces. And I was a bit surprised that he didn't take a draw here. The idea is this that he can repeat moves 'cause I have to have my queen on f1. But anyway, he put his rook e8 and maybe trying to punish me for playing on. And I just play rook d1 now. Now obviously his queen cannot go to d3. And I don't play this game perfectly, but as far as I'm concerned, I was winning the whole game. Let's just play through it. I tried to open up his king a bit. Um, right here, I'm in immense. I've less than 5 seconds on my clock, so I didn't even see queen a1. Backward moves are always difficult to see, but this somehow wins, I guess. Okay, yeah, that was okay. That's not at all easy to see. He exchanges queens now, and I just pick up the pawns, and this is a pretty easy win, especially because this king's cut off. Side note here, I could have played knight e4, but this is king g4 wins too. And I make a queen, and then checkmate. I was really, really happy after this game. I didn't think I had it in me to get another upset though. I got, let's see, I beat an FM and an IM. I also beat a decently strong GM. And I played Magnus. Let's have a look at that game. He's white here. The G4 engine calls it a mistake, but no one's fighting the rest of this here. I don't know why I played G5. I was just copying him, I guess. Plays H4, I take F4. And here I thought I'm so clever because I'm forking the two pawns, but he can just sacrifice one and he's better. So also, for anyone here who doesn't play chess, though most of y'all probably do, think about it as 1v1ing LeBron James. Everyone wants to do that. And I'm basically playing the chess version of LeBron James. So I'm up a pawn here, but he has much more space than me. Also, this bishop sucks. Like, normally it's here where it's better, but I'm just completely blocked in by his pawns. So I should have played knight a5 here. I was worried about some c4 stuff, but of course, now the bishop has something to do. I should have seen bishop c7, but I didn't and played knight b6. Now the knight can get easily kicked by the pawn. I was kind of expecting him to play a5, but he didn't. And here I thought for a bit, and I I tried to be materialistic, which was a mistake. E6 is apparently my only good move. I played knight f5 though, and he sacrificed the rook. And this is actually really good for him. I missed knight g5 here. And basically, I want to keep both the knight and f7 protected, so I play knight h6. And just look at my pieces. Four of them are on the back rank. Some of his pieces are still on the back rank, but they're very easily mobile. I played f6 here. He just ignores my threat. F3, I'm trying to be tricky here. I think king f3 is going to play rook f8 and then knight d7. Bishop f5 still wins for him, but why complicate things? He plays king f2 to prevent rook f8 check nonsense. Knight d7, he plays bishop f5. That's why I didn't play it immediately. So I tried to play on a bit, but I should lose even if I play perfectly. And let's just play through the game. I played king d8 just to make a move, and yeah, I reside here. He has, I didn't even see that he has checkmate in two, but I just thought my position is so bad. I should just resign here, and that's fair. I think resigning was the right choice. So yeah, those were the four games. Um, very very happy with my performance this tournament. No easy games, which is pretty unusual when I play online blitz or just any tournament, a tournament in general. So I'll see you on the next one. Hope you have a great day. Bye for now.